Welcome to Weld.com. Welcome to another series of MIG Monday. Old camera guy was kind of piping off a while ago about welding a bunch of widgets. And I came up with a little mock-up here, some stuff that I've actually done on some military parts years ago. Guy wanted me to quote, and I'd never done these parts before, and I was looking, I saw some finished parts, and I was wondering how I was going to do them. And brought them up here, and super tight tolerance, a lot of fillet welds, a lot of inside stuff, and I thought, wow, man, I'm going to spend a lot of time doing some TIG welding on that. That's going to be brutal. Plus, they're going to get super hot. And so, you know, I thought, well, here's a good demo for the old spool gun. You know, seriously. I can stay in one spot. I don't have to move. I'm going to sit here and just kind of oscillate this back and forth. Okay. Now, one thing I'm real interested in doing is, since this is a heavy part, actually I think I'll start over here about 30 degrees away from it or so, 45 degrees away from it, maybe over here. Because I wouldn't want to start out here on this thin lip and then end up on that thin lip. I want to end up where this heat, when this thing gets saturated with heat, I want to end up where it'll take it. Because I noticed when I was doing some of those military parts that weld got a little thin, a little squirrely, had to go back and repair some stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to throw this up here real quick and do it, because I think he's going to pay me $10 a piece for every one of these I can do in an hour. I'm in. So here's a lesson in cheating. Let me get some gear on, I'll be right back. Let me go cool this part off and buff him a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I cooled this off and I lightly buffed it with my stainless toothbrush there. It had just a little bit of soot on it. I like the profile. I'm looking at the edges. I do have, where my start and stop was, I've got just a little bit of a, you know, like I stopped too soon. I didn't blend it together back there, so. Though we've got everything else, and it's really not that bad. It's, I mean, for a functional part. Now I want to tell you, I've never made this particular weld, ever. I just came up here and with some problem solving, some common sense, I used the spool gun, 035, 5/16 wall, 4-inch pipe, 1/4-inch plate. I spun it. It was cold to start with. I started out here in an area I wanted to stop. I noticed a little bit of a difference when I got back around here and this thing was preheated. 24 volts, 432 on the wire feed speed, pure argon, about 30 cubic feet per hour. And again, just spun this one out and it's okay. If I made an adjustment, I'd probably go up a 1/2 volt and leave it. I like my speed that I was going around here. This particular baby turntable here it has a rheostat in the foot control. So I can feather it with my foot or I can leave it on all the time. I think I hit that speed pretty close because there was only one time that I had to feather it back a little bit like it was getting ahead of me. I've actually used this while I'm TIG welding. Now think about that for a second. I was TIG welding some aluminum on some round parts. Now you got your TIG torch in one hand, your filler wire in the other, and you got both feet working. Try that sometime. It's fun. It's better to do like a 4T program on your TIG and program it in where you can dial it, and then the last thing you worry about is the speed. But in any event, I want to do this demonstration that these things are possible. If somebody came to me and wanted me to bid on a bunch of stuff, man, I'd start looking for some way to make time, quality, get repeatable results, and this is one of them. And this is definitely one of them as well. I'll use a spool gun quite a bit. A lot of times everybody, when you're working with aluminum, they automatically think TIG, I keep an open mind on when it comes to stuff like this right here. Yeah, it's fun to TIG weld them out, but man, after a while, you realize you can make faster time with a spool gun. So Rebel 235 IC, spool gun, 035 wire, and kick it, man, you can get her going. So, hey, I hope this helps. I learned a little bit because this is the first time I've ever done it. I was just guessing. Happened to get lucky on this one. Don't always happen, but hit this one pretty close. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the videos. Thank you.